How are my Galaxians doing? Dr. Wookie here to give you the breakdown on this newest vote and what, in my opinion, is the most important Founders Node vote that is coming up. I thought about not even doing this video because I really feel like it's not going to pass, and I'll explain why and my concern. However, I personally really do think that this should pass, and that people should vote yes on this, and let's explain why. First thing, and what it really boils down to is whales versus shrimps. That's a big item on here. Specifically, who we know, Eric, the CEO of Gala, with the 7,018 nodes, and Wright, who is no longer a part of Gala but was a founder and has 7,014 nodes. Obviously, I think it's stupid that they had this many nodes or gave this many nodes to themselves in general. Even if you just did just 10%, right, that would have been 5,000 nodes split between them, 2,500 each. But 14,000 nodes to me is absolutely insane. And then there's all these other nodes. Down to 50 is what I've been counting up. Essentially, if you just count up the 50 to the 7,000, what you're going to come out with is you're going to come out with about 8,234 big nodes. Total 36,572 nodes online. There's about 18,300 small nodes. That comes out to barely a difference of 100 votes in between the two. A lot of people, of course, have been saying, well, we think that Eric is the CEO benefactor is going to vote yes. I really don't think he's going to. I don't know why he would or what the benefit is. But let me explain, if he's even listening to this, why I think he should vote yes on this specifically. Right, we've seen that he's been minting all his Gala, and a lot of people say, oh, well, he's been holding it, hasn't been doing anything with it. Actually, now, this has only 13 hours ago, so this is pretty new information. If you follow the wallets all the way through, because he does a whole bunch of the wallet work where he's splitting up Gala, sending it to this wallet, you can see he's liquidating everything into ETH, through Uniswap and USDC or USD coin. And if you continue to follow it and continue to follow it and continue to follow it, you can see that he is, yes, in fact, cashing out his Gala at this time to Coinbase, to various little wallets, as well as Ethereum. So, in my opinion, I think it's BS that he has that many nodes and he's able to just liquidate this much amount. So, in short, just with that reason alone, yes, I think we should essentially vote yes on this and punish them, more or less. I know it sounds horrible that way. Punish them for having that many nodes. Now, people will say, well, nodes are going to be NFTs very soon. And what if they just split them up and have a million accounts? Well, if they do that, so be it. At least we have punished them and made them do all the extra work and go through all the extra effort. That's my opinion. And maybe they'll go ahead and sell some nodes to other folks and get some new fresh blood in the ecosystem, which is not a bad thing. Let's discuss what the changes were, which I think make it really soft and an easy yes vote for a lot of people. But first one being, if you have 5 nodes or less, you aren't getting any kind of point deduction in general as the days go on. Now remember, this vote is basically encouraging staking. Let's say it, okay? Encouraging staking going forward, and the longer you hold, the more points you'll get, the more Gala you can create, and we'll discuss how much Gala you can possibly get. They made a logarithmic adjustment, 7.7. Now, the only thing that matters is if you have more than 5 nodes. It's essentially softer on people who have a little more than 5 nodes. Adjustment of the free mint allowance is now to 20%. It comes out to about 90 Gala to 100 Gala a day that you can freely mint. Now, that's per day, and you have to do it each day. It's not a set and forget. So you got to get on there and actually mint it to Gala chain, which will be gas free. That's excellent, right? So you can just keep, minting it daily, and you'll stack that up. That's about 38,000 Gala for the year, is what it'll come out to, or 35,000. I forget how much. And that is per node. So if you have 5 nodes, it's like 500 Gala you can mint daily for free, okay? And you can build that up. And if you're looking for a cheaper option to keep your nodes going, Rack Nerd down below. It's like 47 bucks for the entire year. It's been working really well for me. Ask around Discord, see if anybody else has been having issues. They have great customer service, pretty quick and responsive. Down below, link. Now, and then here's the little logarithmics. So if you have more than whatever, if you have 6 nodes, you're basically fine. 5.99. 7 nodes starts to cut down. Really, when you get to 10 nodes, It's 7.7, so you're starting to see the big change, but it's really when you hit 25, huge drop all the way down up to, of course, the 7,000 nodes that'll only be getting 30 points a day. So essentially, all these folks right here, if they didn't change stuff, didn't move things around, this is where all your equity is going to come and how you're going to get increased Gala and get paid more Gala. Is one aspect of it. The other one is if people are minting all their Gala and burning their bonus points. So of course your your node, you always get the 1 point. You get 1 point for your node, and then you're getting an extra point for every day that you're not minting the Gala. Okay, if you're confused about it. Now, what I really want to go over is, let's see, the Google Sheet. So this Google Sheet that Bitbender created, I did change it to 7.7 Gala. You can put in different numbers. It'll run different variables. It depends what humans do, right? So essentially, here I put, I went to 180 days. I didn't mint for 180 days. And I said, go ahead and allow other people to not mint to 180 and then some to 30 they mint. So you get this variation and you can kind of see. So essentially, if it was completely kind of variable, some randomized stuff, humans are different, but you'd be getting 2,000 Gala a day if things stayed this way. At 180 days, you'd be making 2,000 Gala. A lot of that would be coming from the 7,000, 14,000 nodes that are kind of getting a big kind of hit to them. Obviously, with people, I'm assuming a lot of people will be staking, quote, staking, holding, and not minting really. So this number, more realistically, you might see a more marginal increase of like maybe, 450 a day right now, maybe up to 600, maybe. Really just depends. The big thing that everyone needs to remember too is in 9 months, we'll discuss this again. We'll see, hey, is this working? Was it beneficial? Was it stupid? Do we want to get rid of it? So this isn't a permanent thing. In 9 months, we're going to discuss it and we'll make a new vote. When this vote goes live, if it goes live, yes, which once again, I don't see why a benefactor would nuke his own nodes. And so if he says it in the chat somewhere where he says, I'm going to vote yes, then okay, let me know. But he hasn't done it and he hasn't answered the question I asked once already. So it comes down to, do we want to basically, punish those two for giving themselves a freaking huge number of nodes and force them to either break them up or do, the extra work, which is fine by me. Or do we want to just kind of continue along the way we are, letting him basically liquidate the millions and millions? I think it was 100 million Gala I counted that's, or he already liquidated. So I'm always happy to talk about this and chat a little bit more, but I'm not going to spend a huge amount of time of it because once again, guys, I just, too many people are complaining about it. They're complaining about it. And these are people who, I don't know if they're being influenced by the nodes. I do know that Wright, I think, was pushing a lot of people to basically, vote no, really wants them to vote no. And it seems like the sentiment, a lot of people are feeling that way in the Discord. But that's my 2 cents. Obviously, I'm going to vote yes. And we'll see what happens. I'm not super confident about the passing. So, friends, I think this vote would be very beneficial to the ecosystem in general. As always, stay warm, Wookiees.